Hey guys, are you looking for a video to help you improve your gameplay in Valorant, at the same time help you on how to use SOVA effectively? Well, my name is Josh and I'm about to do that. In this video, I'll cover tips and tricks on the game, but at the same time talk about SOVA's abilities and how to apply them real time in my gameplay with on-screen representation. If you guys are a new viewer, consider subscribing. I make videos based on games like guides, tutorials, and tips. If you guys are a return subscriber, thank you guys for supporting the channel. And if you guys are a returning viewer, just please like the video. You guys already know the deal. Without further ado, let's get to this video and let's talk about Valorant and SOVA. Let's get it. Alright guys, so let's talk about Valorant and SOVA. The whole purpose of this video is to kind of give you guys guides and tips on how to play the game effectively, but also how to play this character effectively as well. Right off the bat, just so you guys know, this is my 4th game playing Valorant, and this is my 4th game playing on the keyboard and mouse. I'm very impressed in the outcome of this game because I've heard a lot from friends, from people, that it's very difficult for a console gamer to adjust to the keyboard and mouse. And I know that I'm not really refined yet. I'm not the chosen one yet, but I'm pretty good in this game, and you guys will see that in the outcome. But again, the whole point of this video is for you guys to get some knowledge on how I play this character, how I achieve such great stats at the end of the game, and also how to use this character effectively. So I do this by just drawing on the screen. This is a happy face, but I also give you guys insight. I teach you guys along the way. I'm trying to give you guys real-time, in the moment gameplay, so you guys can kind of learn and analyze it. So let's just get to it. Let's talk about the game and the character. So right off the bat, just so you guys know, if you guys don't know already, SOVA, the type of character that he is basically he helps you find enemies. He's basically like a tracker, which gives your teammates obviously indication on player positioning. Is this area clear? Is this area congested with enemies? How do we approach the situation? So he's basically your eyes and ears in any map, and having a SOVA on your team is critical. His abilities is one, the Recon Bolt. So the Recon Bolt, the way it works is it's basically your signature ability. It always recharges over time, and the way it works is that you shoot the arrow, it scans and detects enemies nearby. The cool thing about it is that you can actually make it bounce off walls up to 2 times. So let's say there's a corridor that has multiple walls, you might want to bank it twice. Or maybe there's one big wall that you just want to bank it off, then you just bank it off once. And I'll show you guys on the gameplay what I mean by that. The second one is the shock bolt. So it's basically, again, it's the arrow shooting, but think of it as that arrow having a bolt to it that just explodes once it obviously lands on a wall or on the floor or whatever it will land. It will just pretty much shock nearby enemies, which helps to kind of push back or even kill an enemy. The third one is his drone. So basically what this does is it's basically UAV teleporter guy that's pretty much like up in the air, and he's flying, and the cool thing about it is that you can actually detect enemies by pinging them, by shooting them with a dart. At the same time, by you flying, you can just tell your teammates through communication, like, hey guys, they're in this corner, they're in this area. It's a great way just to identify the players. And then the lastly was the ultimate. So the ultimate gives you the ability to shoot through the walls, and it's up to, I believe it's 3. And it pretty much goes through the other side. Every wall, it goes to the end of the wall. So if you guys look at my screen real quick, just to give you guys an example, and you guys are going to see what I mean by how I draw. So you guys look at the map on the upper left hand corner. Let's say this is my ultimate that I have right here in my lower right hand corner. Just for an example, I could technically shoot through these walls, which will penetrate, if you guys look through my map, in a straight line. At the same time, I could shoot another one, and then another one. I could shoot up to 3. The cool thing about it is that it will detect if you hit an enemy, so you can actually detect or kind of assume where they're going to go next. The whole point is for you to deal damage or take them out, which I'll show you guys in this gameplay. So without further ado, let's just get to it and show you guys examples. So right now, I'm using the Recon Bolt, and you guys see the charges here. There's 1 and there's 2. You can do up to 2. Right now, I just hit 1. You do that by hitting the right click on your mouse, and that's how you charge it up. And then the way it'll work is that if you look at my map, it'll bank, land here. Now, let's say I wanted to go even deeper. It's like pool. If you guys play those pool games where you kind of like angle it and you're trying to hit that 8 ball, or not the 8 ball, but you're trying to hit your colors, you bank it off, or you look at it by the angle. So if I did a 2 bank shot, a 2 charge, it will go 1 off here, 1 off here, and 1 to the deep end room. So once you get good at positioning it and getting the angle of your shot, you can bank these arrows pretty far, which is very useful, especially if a team is pushing back and they don't want to reveal their positioning, and if they know that you guys obviously have a SOVA. And the way you know that is obviously by the top screen. So obviously you guys see that we have a SOVA, which is me. Enemy has a SOVA too. So you got to be careful. You got to be very well aware of everything around you. So let's just keep moving. This character, I love it, especially for being a beginner. I think he's a really useful character to kind of get used to playing Valorant. With the character, you also have to know how to play Valorant too. You got to know how to not be too aggressive. I come from Halo, from Apex, Call of Duty, type of games where you can sit back and hold your position, but you can also be aggressive. Whereas Valorant, I think you can be aggressive, but that's probably pro level. And even if you're going against a pro versus pro, I think they'll also be a little bit choosy on how they approach the situation as well. But if it's like a pro versus a newbie like player like me, then yeah, I'm pretty sure they could take out enemies easily by being aggressive. But even if you go to a 1v3, 1v5, 1v4, that's impossible. I've seen it on videos. It's kind of hard for you to even take out all those guys. But with the game, what you want to do is obviously, one of the cool tips about the game is that you always want to keep your aim in the middle. Always leave it by head positioning. Right now I have it low because I'm walking, but the reason why you want to keep it in the middle, as they always say, is because that's where the line of sight of the headshot is at. So if this is an enemy, I'm drawn right now. If I move this guy to the middle, I'll obviously get the headshot kill. Obviously, if I shoot at the bottom, I'm shooting more to his his stomach, crotch area, which is not going to help, especially if they have armor. So just make sure your crosshairs are always in the middle, head level. And the way you can do that is just by practice, or also positioning yourself against a wall and seeing where your crosshairs are at. So make sure it's leveled. So when you're approaching a situation, you kind of already have it set. But you could get thrown off if the enemy does crouch. Then your crosshairs needs to be moved down to actually take them out. So let me keep this going. So one of the things that I find useful with SOVA is that you always want to launch his Recon Bolt, because you want to see where enemies are pushing. It also gives you an indication if they're approaching from one tunnel, which is where I threw it at, or they're approaching from the backside. So you guys just saw right now, if I go back, I actually got an enemy right now, which helped my teammates identify the user, which is in red. So now we know there's someone pushing, and it's detected through my map, but I also don't know if they're coming from the back. If you look at my map right now, upper left hand, you got to be well aware of your surroundings. So I definitely need to be checking my left side too, because they could be flanking from the left. But let me clear this out, keep this going. So yeah, that's the whole point with SOVA, knowing the player positioning, and then you can be pretty aggressive or hold your spot. There, I got a kill. So let me show you guys how I did that. So you got to be very quick on your reflexes, and there's a lot of apps out there in terms of shooting training, and there's also shooting training in the game too. But your reflexes need to be quick. Your crosshairs need to be set in the middle to get these quick kill shots. I think I'm using the rifle, which is a really good gun. It's a semi-automatic, not automatic. But you see right now, I have it zoomed in. The thing you need to know about zooming in is obviously the vision does go in. It does zoom in, but it doesn't mean that you need to if you have the automatic weapon, it doesn't mean you need to hold the trigger. Just tap it, because if you do a burst fire like a lot, you're gonna lose the positioning. You just want to tap tap tap. If you're close to an enemy, if they're really close in your sight, then you can actually let it go and let all that ammo unleash on that enemy. But here it was just basically me just getting the quick shot. Obviously you saw that my teammate dealt some damage, but I just got the last kill in terms of taking him out, which is a headshot. But again, you got to be quick on your reflexes. You got to be quick in terms of making sure your crosshairs are in the middle, so it's not down or up, because if it's obviously up here or down here, you're gonna lose. So right now I just unleashed another Recon Bolt, so I'm trying to find where they're at. I do have my drone, so be well aware of your abilities that you have. And right now we're just trying to hold the position. I throw another Recon Bolt. Again, the Recon Bolt is detecting, helping my teammates find if there's anybody around here. But the enemy is on the other side of the wall, which my Recon Bolt did not get. And if you look at my map, we do find that the enemy is right there in the corner. We won. So again, SOVA is useful, but also your teammates are useful as well. If you guys work together, you guys will accomplish a greater good. And also looking at the map, looking at your surroundings, it's a good thing. Also, right off the bat, just so you guys know, sorry about that, let me go a little bit back. On the menu here, obviously there's a bunch of weapons. The one I'm using is Guardian. I like Guardian because it's basically a rifle and you just have to tap and you shoot. I do like Bulldog, automatic weapon. I do like Phantom and Vandal, but I've been pretty good with Guardian. I've been kind of good with the sniper, but it all depends on your taste of how you play, your play style. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's keep this going. Again, if you have a lot of money, real quick, I know you guys might know this already, but if you guys look at your currency, I have 5,200. On the next round, I'll get minimum 7,100. So you kind of get an idea of where you stand with currency and your money. So always keep your eyes on that. So let's go. All right, guys. So let me keep fast forwarding this. I don't want to like bore you guys. So right now I did shoot the Recon Bolt. So I'm always continuing to shoot the Recon Bolt to protect my teammates. We're defenders. We're not the attackers. So we got to hold our positioning. There's no reason for us to like go throughout the whole map and try to find them. They got to come to us. They got to be the ones that plant their bombs. So we're taking care of our space. So again, make sure you're strafing. Make sure you're lucking through walls. One thing you always want to do is, especially in this game, make sure you luck to your left, to your right, to your corners. There is many methods that you can go about this. You can get to this wall, go left, then go right, go left, then right, so you can peek. So you kind of like pop out, pop in, pop out, pop in. If they shoot, then you know they're right there. Same way in this area, you know, left, right, left, right. The purpose of this is for you to see if you see someone in the corner or they're like hiding on this wall area. If you look at my map, if they're hiding in that wall area. So the one thing you don't want to do is be too close to the corner and do the, you know, left to right, because the wall is like pretty much blinding you from the fact. Whereas if I do it, let's say back here, then my angle is a lot better. It's proven. If you get too close to an angle on a corner, you're at a disadvantage versus someone that's way behind the angle. So obviously I'm trying to find if there's any enemies. Make sure you always look through your corridors. Always be silent too if you need to. If you're on the main area, you could walk, but you might need to crouch or walk so you don't reveal your footsteps, because that's a huge indicator if the enemy is nearby. Again, I'm throwing the Recon Bolt just to see where they're at. My teammate does this, which is a sucky move, but it's all good. So again, we're trying to find enemies. You could break that by just obviously shooting it or using your knife to break it down. So just keep that in mind, guys. You guys can take down those walls, but it will take some ammo and obviously some knifing for you to do that. Again, let me fast forward this. I want to get close to the point to keep showing you guys examples. So I did a bank shot. So you saw I just banked. Now I'm using my drone. My drone flies and it actually shoots. If you guys look at the let me clear this out. If you look at the indicators on the bottom of the screen, you see a click for a shooting toggle, or you press C for cancel. The shooting toggle basically shoots a dart, and then it's basically a tag on the enemy to reveal their positioning. Or I can also tell my teammates, hey guys, they're in this corner. So you can use it both ways. So let me clear this and keep this going. Obviously, we see 2 squads there. I try to shoot them. They did get shot, and you see the 2 enemies revealed in the shot, if you guys saw that. So right now we're holding our positioning. Remember, try to use the walls. Try to not peek too much or reveal your distance. Obviously, if you guys are in the middle, in a line of sight, continue to move. Obviously, if you're a still shot, that's an easier kill than someone that's moving from left to right, crouching, jumping, whatever it may be. Again, we're just trying to find the enemies. Again, we know they're at B, so we're trying to move ourselves over there, but be careful at the same time. Be very cautious. There we go. If you crouch and you shoot, you obviously have better control than when you're standing. If you guys don't think so, try it in a game. You guys will see what I mean. I use the Recon Bolt to kind of reveal. Oh no, that was the Bolt. The Shockwave. Now I'm in here on my own, trying to see what I can do. Here I get a little trigger happy, but I still get the kill. And then I get shot. So again, you know, that's a situation where it was a 1v4. Again, it would have been very hard for me to even take them all out if I was like super pro level. Just because you just need one shot and you can kill the guy. And they could be spread out in different corners and you won't be able to take them all out. Okay, so let me keep going. Let me see what I could find here. Let me go back. All right, so now we're approaching this situation. I throw the Recon Bolt again, trying to give my teammates an understanding of what's around them. Obviously, there's a Recon Bolt up there. If you guys see that on my screen, that up here is a Recon Bolt from the opposing team. You can actually shoot it if you want to, which I didn't do, which will eliminate that indicator. So that's the kind of like the drawback with this is that if I see it, I can shoot it down. Bam, it deletes itself. So if an enemy sees mine, same thing, I can shoot it down. So let me keep this going. I get a kill right there. Very easy peasy. Here goes another kill. I think I get killed. Here we go. Keep strafing, keep strafing. So one of the things you guys want to do, especially when you're going against like a 1v2 or even a one-on-one, this situation here, if I stay still, if I'm just still like this stick, she can basically take me out easily. But if I'm going left to right, even if I crouch down or jump, that's going to make it hard for the opposing team to take me out, and I should land the shot. So that's where you got to be careful too. If you're moving too much, your crosshairs do move too, and you got to move it as well to kind of like lay it in the correct positioning. But that's what's going to help you kind of trade off kills or get an additional kill. So again, I'm moving left to right, but then I get taken down. So again, another hard situation, but it's all good. These teleporters are very useful, especially when you're trying to get to the other side of the map without needing to walk. So again, my teammates are going in here. I will say the opposing team does have a strong player. This guy is like, I think he's pro. I think he got about over, 30 kills in this match. You guys will find out if we win or lose, but he was basically the MVP overall. This guy was a boss, which is the player right now that you guys see in the enemy team. This dude was just like landing shots left or right. So there we go. Yeah, that guy, Colstery, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. That guy was just too boss. Guy or girl. Okay, so let me keep this going. Just want to keep showing you guys examples of what I'm doing. All right, again, Recon Bolt. You always want to give your teammates insights of where the enemy squad is at. Again, there we go. They pinged in red. Hold your positioning. We're not even there. They think we're pushing, but no, hold your position. Don't be too aggressive. Remember, they're coming to you guys. You got to hold the maps. You got to hold your areas. All right. So now I can throw my drone and see where they're at. All right, let's see what we do here. Also remember, at the bottom of the screen is an indicator of your usage. So as this depletes, this whole white depletes, that's it, because obviously this left side is showing you that it's empty. So just keep that in mind. In terms of your drone, it's not infinite. There is a timer usage. All right, so let me go back to it. Again, there we go. It obviously cancels itself out because the depletion of the drone is out. Again, you just want to keep strafing, use the walls, be very careful, walk when you need to, run when you need to, crouch when you need to. You guys get the legends. All right, there we go. We see an enemy squad. I heard something over there. There we go. 3 enemies. I pinged it for my teams just to know to get to the other side. There we go, baby. Had the kill. Okay, now we got a little fog effect. I'm bouncing back because they can actually be pushing. And if you actually see this real quick, this guy here, so his ultimate is pretty cool in terms of he can pop up and look around. You can cancel it out by shooting it, or he comes to life and then you can actually kill him. What you guys will see right now what I do. Bam, took it out. But he could have actually popped in or canceled it out too, so that's a pretty cool ability. Obviously I'm holding back because if you look at my health, I'm at 24. Don't want to keep dying. All right, keep this going. Let's keep this going. All right. All right, let me keep this going. All right, let's see here. So one of the things you guys want to know about this teleporter is that you guys will hear a movement of them coming in. I make the mistake here because I do hear them, but I walk and I get killed because I thought they were going to be there. You do hear like a sound. You hear like an elevator sound, which tells you that somebody teleported. So keep that in mind. You got to be very aware of your sounds, which is very critical, because then that tells you like, hey, my teammate is not in there. Somebody's in there, which is the enemy squad. So again, let me keep going. Let me keep going this forward and keep showing you guys tips and tricks of what I'm doing in SOVA. I don't want to keep like making this too long, but I think you guys are getting some good tips so far. All right, again, remember I got 1 charge, which means 1 bank shot. Charge it up, make it red, bank. See my map? I went farther out. So again, you're getting some good indicators. We do see an enemy through the fog. Got to be very careful. It could be in the middle right now. So you want to back up, use these walls, use an angle, and let them reveal themselves, you know, first, because that's a small area to walk through. I'm throwing some potato shots. I know my aim is a little off. Again, if you guys need to, like, back up, disengage. There goes an enemy, taken down. And you just saw, like, I was moving too, so I didn't want to get shot. So you know, you're doing a lot of things at the same time. You're not just focusing on one point, you're focusing on all angles. Again, Recon Bolt, there we go. But now that team will move into the teleport, which you guys will see right now. Gone. Again, you gotta be very careful. There goes Colstry again. This guy is just too boss. I'm landing my shots, and he just takes me out with like 2-3 shots. It's all good. So let's keep this going. All right, so we're trying to pick out our weapons right now. It's 5-4. It's a tight matchup. It's a really good game overall. So remember, look at my abilities at the bottom screen. I have everything pretty much charged up. I have my ultimate. You know, I got my Recon Bolt, the drone. So we good to go. Remember, I have 1 bounce, 2 bounces. I'm going to use 1. Look at my map, how far it goes out. It went all the way to the back. So look at that. If you guys are trying to find a good angle, look at the position, and I just did it right now. And look at my map. If you see my map right now, we're obviously here, but I bank it up as far as back here. So if you see this positioning, as a tip, guys, if you guys want to shoot it all the way back there, look at this. I shoot it, banked, and look at the map. Look at my upper left-hand corner, how far I went back. So again, this guy is just pretty dope. So let's keep this going. 5 versus 3. No, wait, 4. But again, when you guys see these fogs, shoot in them because they could be in the middle. It doesn't mean that you can't shoot through it. You can. It's just your shot, your line of sight. There's no vision. Again, we see an enemy squad there. We just got the, I think that's the rain ability, or that was some other ability. All these abilities, just so you guys know, you can actually escape or eliminate a certain way. There's never an overkill ability. Again, just trying to find the best angle. Take care of yourself. Don't peek too much. If you got to, strafe. Go left, right. Do a crouch, jump. We just got one more guy we got to take out. And now we're in the other side. Okay, so I think I'm holding this area. I think something happened to my screen at the moment, but we got it. Okay. This was not a tip. That tip, do not stay back. If you know where the teammate is at, where they're planning to go after it, but that was a mistake on my end. I think something happened on my screen, which made me like kind of sit back. All right, so things are starting to heat up. We're getting into it. And now it's getting some like intense action with this other team, especially with the other guy, Callstreet, being their MVP right now. But it's 6-4. We've got this. Now we're just trying to push. So remember with SOVA to be very critical with placing the Recon Bolt to know the player positioning, know how to strafe. Make sure you guys don't peek too much. Be very careful, because then that's pretty much, you're putting yourself out. And your liability, you die, and then your team is down a man. So be very careful on how you guys approach the situation. Again, I'm trying to see where they're at. They probably could be flanking from the left side. Yes, they are. Here we go. I see him. Bam. Kill a shot right there. Callstreet got taken down. The MVP was taken down by the Phenom. Okay, so let's keep this going. Again, hold your positioning. Stay back. Don't get too close. Get that angle. Let them peek first. Because remember, the one thing I want to tell you guys is that this corridor that's in here is very small. So they're going to show their body faster than me being way back. So remember, you have an advantage because this is a closed position. Even though they can go from left to right in here, I can take them out with the bolt or even with my ultimate. So just be choosy in terms of knowing where they're at. If they're all the way in the back, look at my map. If they're all the way in the back, then yeah, you start pressing. But otherwise, be very smart. Don't go for it when you think you might have an advantage. Going with my ultimate, pushing it. Remember, I can shoot it 3 times. Goes through the walls. So you guys look at the. Let me show you guys the ultimate real quick, so you guys get to see what I mean. Okay, so look at the map. So you guys are unsure how far it goes. Look at this like turquoise looking line. It's telling you how far it shoots out and where I'm shooting it through the walls. So that's a good indicator. Look at your map, but at the same time you have a meter that's counting down on how long you have your ultimate, which is basically 3 shots. So just keep that in mind, guys. Look at your map, but at the same time look at your meter and unleash those shots. So let me clear this out. Let's keep this going. I'm just shooting. If I land them, I land them. I know where they're at. I deal some damage. I want to do my drone. Not sure. Alright, so let me see what I can do here. Alright, I don't see them. Trying to be very careful. They probably went back. Okay. Here we go. Took you out, brother. There we go. Bam. There we go, baby. 7-4. All right, so last round. One thing you guys need to know about last round, and I know that the game prompts you on this, but last round means go bonkers. Buy everything that you need. If your teammate needs anything, buy it. So make sure you guys soup up all your abilities, and then buy any gun, buy any maybe heavy weapon, or go crazy, because this money is going to disappear in the next round, which is going to be you going to attackers and then you start from 0 again. So keep that in mind. Start just blowing that money. Again, I'm going with the Guardian. It's been useful. I do like the automatics, but in this gameplay, sticking with my guy. Also, lastly, guys, I don't think I pointed out in the tips, be very cautious of your time up top. Just because this is the indicator of when the walls obviously remove. So if you guys look at your screen, you guys have your blue walls, there's the red walls and all that stuff. That's basically telling you, okay, everything is down, you're free to go everywhere. But just keep in mind, when you guys see this time going down, you better be at a position to take care of and defend. All right, so let's keep this going. All right, we think we're going B, so we're going here. Remember Recon Bolt? I'm not charging it this time. Don't see anybody. Look at the map. There was an enemy. So make sure you're looking at your screen, but also the map, because your teammates can identify enemies as well. Here we go. Teammate put the wall. Teammate taken down. All right, let's see what we do here. Remember, don't go too close to the wall. You had an angle from the back, straight left to right. Walk when you need to, run when you need to. Recon Bolt. Look to your right. Going in there. All right. They planted the bomb. Let's see what we do here. All right, they see us. They might find us. Here we go, baby. Kill. All right, let's see what we can do here. Come on, come on. Let's go. Oof. So, hey, it happens. You know, you might think you guys will take down an enemy, but it does not happen to your advantage. So, what I'm going to do is actually stop it here and actually create another video on the second part, because this is a very long video that I want you guys to kind of look at, understand on how to play SOVA and Valorant. But on my next video, I'm going to show you guys the second half of this gameplay, which you guys will see the kills do rack up, and the situations do rack up. Again, remember, this is my 4th game on Valorant, 4th game on the keyboard and mouse. But I do hope that you guys got some tips, some knowledge, some beginner tips. If you guys are an expert level, you guys already know how to play this game. I don't need to teach you guys, but overall, I'm really impressed with what I've been able to do so far. But when I release the next video, you guys will see the outcome on what happens. Do we win? Does Colstry become a bonkers type player, and does he take it for his team? We'll find out. But with that, I'll leave it here. I will catch you guys until the next one, and thank you guys for watching. Later, guys.